I know that there's been some delays on it. A lot of people are asking questions.
There ain't never been no
There's never been a delay.
delays. I told y'all I ain't never given a good time estimate on software in my life. No one ever does. Everyone's always late every time because you have unknown unknowns. Everyone's always late every time because you have unknown unknowns. You can't predict how long it's going to take to get closer and discover what the bugs are. One time I made the mistake of saying some of my devs said we could launch in mid-May because they thought we could. And my best devs looked at it and were like, no, we got to fix this, 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 and this. And then I should have just never told y'all what my devs told me. Like I should have just kept it quiet because then there wouldn't have been no quote delays because there was never a time. It's done when it's done. Done when it's done. Done when it's done.
It's like there's been people that have said it's absolutely ridiculous with how long it's taking for 4X to complete the Animal Farm. My question would be, compared to what? Like, what are we comparing it to? Really, I'm opening this up to discussion. So please, like, what are we comparing it to? Like, I don't have any clue what it takes to try and pull off what 4X is trying to pull off, let alone any type of DeFi project like this, what developers have to go through. Now, I played that clip. That was Richard Hart, who is the founder of Hex, in case you didn't know. And he has a project that has been on hold for over a year. And people have a ton of money that is locked up in this project that is still, there's no date in sight. We have no idea when it's going to be live and up and running. And that was Richard Hart himself, who said that he just refuses to give launch dates because leading up to the launch, more and more things can go wrong and you need to adjust. So to the people that are saying it's ridiculous that it's been this long, I can understand frustration because I've felt that. And I know there's people that have a lot of money that has been locked up in the Animal Farm. But what are we comparing it to? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new, please consider subscribing. Also, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not an expert. It should go without saying that you do need to do your own research. I'm just sharing my journey, my thoughts, and my ideas and opinions. Really great AMA today, I thought, on Mike the Investor's channel. He did a great job, and it seemed like 4X was just in kind of a better mind frame this time around compared to the last AMA he did. It's just something about the tone of his voice. But to me, it just seemed like he was a bit more relaxed, seemed a bit more confident. I think the last AMA he did was kind of on that back end of all that FUD with the wallets and all that stuff that was going on. And, you know, one of the things that I've noticed about 4X is I think it really does bother him when people are, casting doubt or accusing him of stealing. With Richard Hart, for example, he just doesn't care. It really doesn't seem to bother Richard a whole lot. In fact, he actually seems to like it. But 4X, different kind of person. 4X would be a little bit more like me in that sense. Like, that shit would really bug me. I really thought that the alpha that he dropped was really exciting. Something too, I would say this, all right? Hear me out on this. Obviously, you all know I'm bullish on Drip, the Animal Farm, and I'm a believer in 4X. And when I say believer in him, I think what I'm really saying is that I believe that he genuinely believes in what he's saying. Like, everything he says in the moment, in his mind, he really believes it. I think that's part of what kind of makes him a dreamer and be able to come up with all this stuff. Obviously, there's people that FUD and pick apart every little thing he says and point out all the contradictions, which is understandable because I think 4X can be his own worst enemy with how he communicates. But I really have zero doubt in my mind that this man and what he says he is creating, he really believes that he will be able to do it, that there's not some scheme going on, there's not something where he's trying to steal our money or launch something and then just rug or something like that. Whether or not he can pull it off or not, I don't know. He has a track record. Every time this has happened, he has a track record of delivering. That's why there's people that have been with him going back several years that have seen how he has delivered. I'm pretty sure a year ago he was going through the same thing, and which is why he was developing the Manor Farm back then. but he was getting attacked left and right. Everyone thought drip was just going to go to zero, and it reached highs that no one ever thought possible. One clip, just real quick, from the AMA, just talking about what happened when the animal farm initially launched and was up and running.
We had about $700 million in TVL in V1. That means we would be earning anywhere from say 20 to 30 million dollars a year on our TVL that we can use to pay the governance holders. It allows us to really continue to evolve and to have the highest rewards out of any other platform in the space.
Now, obviously, it may take a little while once everything is up and running to get the TVL back up to there, but we achieved a high TVL in a very short period of time. So no doubt that now that there's going to actually be paid and like concentrated marketing, that this is going to reach such a bigger audience. You know, this reached all of us, right? The majority of you that watch this are in drip. I'll address those that are watching it that aren't yet, but the majority of us are in drip. A lot of us, like me, got in at the beginning of the year, and that was with just the organic marketing. The organic marketing reached the degenerates, you know, the people that just saw what DeFi could potentially be. Now we're going to be getting out to even more people. And it's going to be exciting to see what's going to happen and the type of FOMO that's going to erupt. Because once we break $20 drip, it's going to, I think, go up pretty quickly. And people are going to start talking about $100 drip, $150 drip, then breaking that $190 drip. Whether or not it achieves that or not, I'm not getting into that, at least in this video. Okay, I'm talking about the fact that people will start talking about it, and that's what will create, I believe, a huge FOMO buy in. And it's going to do like what my boy Crypto Kings does. It's going to do one of these. Which way does he go? Does he go that way? It's going to. So what do you all think? Comment down below in terms of this marketing that's going to, I believe it's going to be blitzing, you know, the market. And what I think is kind of interesting too is I believe that the overall markets are going to potentially go a little bit lower. And that could be happening around the time that the animal farm is getting ready to launch. How that affects the whole ecosystem, I'm not really sure. But what I can say is that a lot of us got into drip because the market was tanking. I had other projects that I was doing that I was making money on that I either had to sell off for a loss or shut down. I was doing a lot of bot trading. I was doing a lot of swing trading. And then I started getting into the DeFi space, and drip was one of the first projects that I got into. And as the market continued to tank, drip just started going up. So there's probably going to be tons of people that are selling their altcoins that are going to be looking for other plays to get into and other ways to stay active in the market. All right, so if we come over to my Faucet account, you guys can see that I'm getting ready to cross that 1,000 deposit milestone. That is pretty cool. I mean, I remember when I was when I crossed that $100 or that 100 deposit milestone. Got a new team member, by the way. So if you're not in drip, you need a buddy link to get in. I'm going to leave mine down below. Okay, and it's real simple. You got to have a MetaMask wallet. You got to get some BNB. You can get it from any one of the exchanges. Send it over to your MetaMask wallet, and then you come onto the Faucet page, and you're going to exchange BNB for drip. You will need to type in a buddy address, right? Which I will leave mine down below. You just add that in there. Boom, you're in the Faucet. Continue to do research. Make sure you listen to a bunch of different AMAs from Forex Shark. Highly recommend you check out today's, especially if you're new to drip, you're new to Forex, because in the opening, Mike gives Forex an opportunity to just kind of introduce himself. You know, there's been some AMAs. Certainly if I ever did an AMA, I wouldn't even want to waste my time with that because I already know so much about Forex from all the research that I've done, and I know a bit about his story. But it was great how Mike did that, because there's going to be so many new people that are going to be coming in and going, what is this drip thing? And who is this Forex guy I keep hearing about? So check out Mike the Investor YouTube channel. Did a great job today. You know, this is on the native DEX in terms of price action. It's been holding up nicely. We've come back into 9. I think it's only a matter of time before we get back into those double Ds. that we know Scotty Tuhati loves a lot, as do I. Here is on Deck Screener, and we got a lot of support right here. And it would make sense because this was a previous high over here. I kind of thought we would get a little bit of a bounce area, but I'll take it. Nice support, hold firm. I think we're looking good. Thank you guys for hanging with me. You know, I haven't done a video in a while. I've been super busy with my other business. That's only going to continue at least for a little bit. So I'm going to do my best to get videos out to all of you. I'm definitely still very active, you know, in the different Telegram chats. Obviously, my comment section, I'm all over it. I love going back and forth with some of you, and the comments you guys leave just are super, like, I mean, they're inspiring to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they keep me like wanting to do this. Got a lot of stuff we're going to be covering, I think, in the coming months, and a lot of excitement. I really, like, maybe I'm not doing a good job of it because I've just been so busy doing a lot of things, but believe me, I'm pumped. Like, no, for real, like, pumped. Like, I think seriously, like, if this thing unfolds the way it's laid out, I mean, $10, even any teen is going to be, any number in the teens, I think, is just going to be like what we're going to get used to as like the real low bottom for drip. And it's going to be just upward. That's my opinion. Who knows what could actually happen? Do your own research. Do not listen to a guy on YouTube. That's absolutely ridiculous. Don't listen to anybody on YouTube. We don't know what we're talking about. But join in on the discussion with us and let's talk about it. That's what's fun about this. That's why I watch YouTube. I like to hear what others are thinking, because sometimes it's cool when you hear someone else either think the exact same thing you've been thinking, so it validates the thought, or offers a different perspective of like, oh, I never thought about that way. To me, that's what's fun about this. But this is high risk stuff. If you are going to get involved in drip, make sure it is risk capital. I cannot stress that enough. So that's what I got for today. Leave comments down below and I'll catch you guys on the next one.